So it's not just Megan and the Kardashians, it's also Ray J and the Kardashians, you guys. Obviously, you guys know that. I didn't really know that because I don't follow the Kardashians, and I most definitely do not follow Ray J. However, People magazine had this article about a countersuit that Ray J has brought against Kim and her mother, Kris Jenner, for, I guess, breach of contract because they apparently sued him for defamation. Because during the P. Diddy trials, apparently, do correct me if I'm wrong, Ray J tried to accuse Kim and Kris of RICO, and he tried to insinuate or blatantly stated that Kim and Kris were under investigation, federal investigation for RICO, and they found that to be defamatory and brought suit against him for defamation. Correct me if I'm wrong about any of that. And so he countersued them over claims that they violated a $6 million settlement agreement that the parties entered into in 2023. Right now, this tape was made somewhere in circa 2007, so it's an old tape, but it just kept coming back, coming back, coming back. The more successful the Kardashian franchise became, and also because they kept talking about it on the reality show, apparently. And eventually, they entered into some kind of settlement agreement with him where they paid him $6 million, and Kim, and Kris, to my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, signed some kind of deal with a Vivid Entertainment. Vivid Entertainment is apparently some kind of adult video entertainment company. And they signed, I guess, a distribution deal with Vivid to distribute this tape. Now, as I said, yes, in the video before that one, I Googled Kim Kardashian bleep tape just yesterday for the first time in my life, because I was never really interested in this story with the tape. But because of the association with Megan and, my own sort of, I guess, biases and stuff of like, where is this bias coming from against the Kardashians? Why do I even feel like, Megan and Harry made a mistake by going to this party, whatever, whatever? Where's it coming from? So I finally Googled Kim Kardashian bleep tape yesterday, and I got a list of results. I clicked on the very first one. It wasn't a video, it was still shots, which were shocking to the system. I must say, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I tried not to be puritanical about it, but it was definitely adult entertainment, bar none. So you back right out of that really quickly. And the idea, the notion that Kris and Kim signed a deal with a company to distribute that is gobsmacking. It's gobsmacking. I'm like, what? And the idea further that from that beginning came this, where they are the most respectable, entertainment family in Hollywood, where they attract the biggest names, not just in Hollywood, but in the music industry and in the financial industry as well. Billionaires, top pop stars. I mean, everybody who's anybody comes to this party. The notion that even now the UK media is trying to spin it as though the Kardashians are the respectable ones, and that the Kardashians were slumming by inviting the likes of Harry and Meghan. I mean, this is what we've come to from that beginning with that tape. It blows the mind. It blows the mind. Okay, it blows my mind anyway. But Ray J, back to Ray J. So Ray J apparently is countersuing the Kardashians about this very tape, right? Here's a beautiful Meghan. That, some people are saying that she's losing her shine and luster by hanging out with the Kardashians, and others are saying, look, she just went to a party. What's the big deal? And look, I hear you guys, right? I hear you guys. But so Ray J, Kim Kardashian's former paramour, is countersuing Kim and her mom for breach of contract, saying that they all signed a licensing agreement with adult entertainment company Vivid Entertainment, which released the video in 2007, and that they violated the agreement by talking. They were not supposed to talk about this tape anymore, and apparently they did on the show talk about it, and he feels it's a violation of the agreement. So he's countersuing them for $1 million in damages. I don't know how much the Kardashians are asking for from Ray J, but I think it's enough that he is very nervous, and he's countersuing them and sort of bringing up all this old stuff about the blah blah tape. And what do I think about this? Well, I do think if he stated as a fact that Kim and KRIS were under investigation for, RICO violations, I mean, this is clearly defamatory, right? Because apparently he said it not as an opinion, but as fact. And if that's true, then I think he's in some serious trouble. What do you think?